Welcome everybody back to another episode of Wrestling with Laughter. Today we are going to get into our Wrestlepalooza predictions. Now, if you watched my video before, I made a Wrestlepalooza match card prediction of matches I thought would be on the card. Um, I didn't get a lot of them right, except for the ones that were pretty much already announced. Uh, I got one right, I know, but yeah, maybe even two. I'd have to go back and look, but we're gonna go over the 5 matches that we have. I'm recording this before SmackDown, so I don't know if they'll add more matches when SmackDown on SmackDown or not. But I'm kind of hoping so. It's only a 5 match card, which I mean, we know how WWE is. They'll make it a good 5 matches. And again, these matches are not in order of what I think the order is going to be throughout the night. But I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinion on each match and my prediction on each match. And if I'm right on all these, you guys that are not subscribed, please subscribe to me. I got more video ideas coming out in the future. And I appreciate the ones that have liked and subscribed. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Wrestlepalooza match card. Starting it off with AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. I think this match is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm excited to see how AJ does in the ring. I think they're going to give her the biggest spots in the ring. And I think it's just going to be an all-out good match. I can see something happening after the match to kind of set this feud going forward. More or less with her one-on-one with AJ and Punk one-on-one with Seth. But irregardless, I see AJ Lee and CM Punk winning this match. I don't see them bringing AJ Lee back and having her lose her first match. I just don't see it. They could do it, but I wouldn't be upset either way, but I don't see them having AJ Lee and CM Punk lose to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins right now. This feud has been amazing. I can't wait to see where it goes. So let's move on to our next match. I got Stephanie versus Io for the Women's World Championship. Again, it's had a quick build up. They ain't really got to come face in the ring except for one time here on Raw, and they didn't say nothing. It was just more of a face to face. They've not got to go back and forth with each other or anything like that. So the build up has been kind of lackluster a little bit. But I will say I think this is going to be a great match. I think they're going to have a lot of chemistry together. And I think, now if you watch my other video, I predicted Io Sky, but watching it more now, I predict Stephanie to walk out with the win at Wrestlepalooza, just because there's so much more fresh feuds you could do with Stephanie than you can with Io. Io's got her stuff going on with Asuka and Kairi Sane, along with Rhea Ripley. So I see that being her focus, and she really don't need the title for that to be her focus. I just hope they'll start using the Women's World Championship. That was my hope with Naomi when Naomi took it, but now that we got crowned somebody new, I hope they whoever they put it on, they use them every week, because it just seemed like when Io Sky had it that she didn't get as many opportunities to showcase herself on Raw when she was the champion, which makes no sense to me. But I'm not the booker. But moving on to match number 3 that we have on the card, we have the Usos versus the Vision. Now, this is another one that was put together kind of quickly. But they do have a story behind it at least. I don't know where LA Knight fits into all this, if he'll even be there. I don't see why he wouldn't be, because he's been right in the middle of the story the whole build up. So I don't understand. If they don't use him, I wouldn't understand why. Again, I'm making a heavy prediction here that Division's going to win, and we get a Jey Uso heel turn. That's a heavy prediction to make. Um, but I could see them wanting to have the shock factor in this show, and that would be a shock factor to me is to see Jey Uso turn on his brother and join the Vision, and LA Knight try to come out and help Jimmy and get destroyed by the Vision and Jay too. I think that would be, I think that would be pretty cool. Jay's character, they want to change it up before he gets stale, in my opinion. He's over right now. I'm not saying he's not over. He is very over right now. But if you keep on and keep on with it, eventually it's going to get stale and people are going to start hating it. I mean, it's good to keep it fresh. Um, and I can see him trying to be more of in a tribal chief role, uh, or going back to being an enforcer like he was in the Bloodline, but for Seth this time instead of Roman. So we shall see what happens, but uh, either way, I do think the Vision's going to win, regardless whether that happens or not. Uh, I just don't see the Vision. They don't need the loss. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker does not need another pay per view loss. If you're going to build them up to be this big, strong team, then you need them to win matches. I mean, I don't know. I just see the Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker walking out with the victory here, and again, I see a world where we get uh, Jey Uso to turn heel at this. I mean, again, don't hold me to that, but that's just a prediction, a wild prediction that I wanted to throw out there. That we shall wait and see what happens. Uh, Moving on, this one we had absolutely no build for, which is Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Now, I know we have the SmackDown where he injured uh, Cody Rhodes, that wrote him off TV for a little while, and then he comes back and attacks Drew, and then that set up their match for WrestlePalooza. Um, but I don't know. This one's kind of hard for me. I could see it going two different ways, and I'm gonna give you my two different possibilities here. I could see Randy Orton getting involved somehow, some way, getting involved, uh, and maybe having this match end in a DQ, and making Cody mad, and it sets up a triple threat in the future, which eventually leads to a one-on-one match with Cody and Randy. Which, I'll be honest with you, and maybe this is another controversial opinion. I think Cody and Randy don't need the title to have their feud. I just don't. I don't think they need the title to have their feud. So this is where my other prediction comes in. It is that we might still get a Randy interference, but it helps out Drew McIntyre, where Drew McIntyre wins the WWE Championship. I would love to see it. I would love to see Drew McIntyre walk out with the WWE Championship. I think he has definitely earned it, and I love his character work right now, uh, and I love everything about it. So I would love to see a world where we get a Drew McIntyre WWE champion, and you could, like I said, you could have Randy Orton come out there and we not know it, but he's mad at Cody for last week, so or last Friday Night SmackDown, so he cost us Cody his WWE Championship, and that starts a heel Randy versus babyface Cody feud with Drew McIntyre holding the WWE Championship, going into a totally different feud, which would be fantastic. I'd love to see Drew hold the title for a little while, and have some good matches against different people, uh, different baby faces. You could lead this. You could tell a story, and I'm gonna give you a. This is just my thinking. Uh, if you gave Drew the title, you could tell a story to where Sami Zayn builds his way up and he's the one that takes the title off of Drew as soon as WrestleMania, and have Sami Zayn as your WWE champion at WrestleMania. I mean, you'd have to build to it, but the history's already there, and you could build to that. Uh, right now they're on two totally different paths, but you could definitely build to it and make it happen. And I like that outcome better than I like the outcome of Cody Rhodes retaining, and it's going into a triple threat situation because we all want to see Cody and Randy, and I would rather see Cody and Randy in a one-on-one situation than have Drew McIntyre in the middle of it too. I just I would feel better about that. Again, we'll see what happens, and yeah, so uh, our last match as of right now, again, recording this before Friday Night SmackDown, is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the for for nothing. For nothing. I about said for a title, but it's for nothing. Uh anyways, this match could go a bunch of different ways. It could go with a SummerSlam repeat where we get just suplex after suplex after suplex and John Cena loses, or we could get a back and forth match and John Cena still loses and Brock Lesnar puts John Cena out, and kayfabe puts him out for a while because I know his dates are limited right now, and I think I don't know how many, I don't even know if he's going to be on a Raw before Perth. I'm not exactly sure, but uh, if not, then it'd be a way to write him off for a little bit. But then, in that case, you would have to continue the feud between him and Brock, which nobody wants. So I would, in my opinion, and what I think may happen is we're going to get this brutal war between Brock Lesnar and John Cena, where it's going to be kind of a back and forth. I see more of a elimination, or no, is it Extreme Rules 2012? I see more of a Extreme Rules 2012 match than I do a SummerSlam match that they had. I see it where Brock Lesnar beats the crap out of Cena, but Cena defies all odds and beats Brock Lesnar clean. I just and that would be the best way of doing it. I mean, because you don't need you don't need another Cena Brock match. We need to just do this match and move on, which I think that's what they're going to do. Uh, so I see that happening. But anyways, that is our WrestlePalooza match card. Matches that I think could be added to this. I'll go ahead and guess those. Uh, I think we could get uh, a WWE women's title match at WrestlePalooza. I heard that Tiffany Stratton is hurt. I don't know how hurt she is. If she was just out with a little stinger, was going to be back for SmackDown, I have no idea. But if she does come back, I see them setting up a triple threat between Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill with, now hear me out, with a Bianca Belair return. Uh, I could see a Bianca Belair return in that match, setting up maybe a Jade Cargill. If they do have this match and Jade Cargill wins, setting up a Jade Cargill Bianca Belair feud leading all the way up to WrestleMania. I could see that happening, but it depends. It all depends on uh, how hurt Tiffany Stratton. Hey guys, just want to let you know that my audio went out on me, and I'm so sorry about that. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys.